I never thought I'd be sitting here in 2025 talking about the possibility of segregation like it's early 1900s. But here we are. Apparently, Trump's administration has quietly decided that banning segregated facilities in federal contracts is no longer necessary. Yes, they took out the rule that explicitly says facilities should be integrated. And listen, I wish I was making this up, but this is real. So here's the deal. The General Services Administration issued a memo back in February that affects all civil federal agencies. The memo intentionally removes a key provision from federal contracts, the one that explicitly bans segregated facilities in workplaces tied to government contracts. Now, I want to show you the memo, and here it is. It specifically directs agencies that when issuing new solicitations or contracts, do not include any of the following provisions and clauses, one of them now being prohibition of segregated facilities. Now, I know what you're thinking. Wait, did they just bring back segregation? No, not exactly. But what they did is to direct agencies to remove the rule that specifically says contractors can't separate workers based on race. And you know what that means? It means the official stance is, now we're not saying you should segregate, but we're also not saying you can't. You're welcome to do whatever the heck you want to do. The memo tells federal agencies to stop including this anti-segregation clause in new contracts, rolling back a policy that has been in place since 1965, as in since the civil rights movement. Let that sink in for a second. Okay, so let's break this down in plain, simple English. This does not mean segregation is suddenly legal again. The Civil Rights Act of 1964 still exists. It's still illegal to discriminate based on race in hiring, housing, and public accommodations, right? But here's the real issue. Removing this rule from federal contracts means that companies working with the government are no longer explicitly required to ensure their facilities are integrated. They can do as they wish. And let's be real. If history has taught us anything, that's that if you give certain people even an inch to bring back the old days, they will run a mile with it.